turkey, Aaron?
For my hair.
Yeah. Me, you, and Amph. That's why he's wearing a hat.
3-for-1 deal.
100%.
Bingo's gone.
Come back with 3 wives, too.
I might even just go for what you've done.
What have I done?
Full shave.
That's what you do. The best.
Yeah, probably the best.
My
You don't
brother's
have
done
to
it.
fuck with it. Because my hair's not like it's as bad as yours.
Yeah.
But I've got mine pictures back
So
here
mine's
as
pretty
well.
bad.
No,
This is something we don't talk about.
Mine's worse.
No, I always bring it up.
Yeah.
I'm happy to talk about it. And then some people that try to act like they care about me, they're like, it's not even, it's not. And it's like, shut the
Doesn't matter, bro. Just go bold. It'll be better. Your head's got a good shape to it.
Does
It's
it?
like this mic.
Yeah.
So it's the same as mine.
He's trying to go for the silver fox look.
Yeah.
On the sides, yeah. Okay, go
Hey,
on to
guys.
turkey.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Trackside with PR. Tonight we've got Anthony from Dahtone Racing and Dave Anton.
Long
owner
time
of-
customer.
Yeah, owner of Bitch Please.
Thanks,
Thanks
for
for
having us.
Thanks for
coming.
having us.
Is that
for
how
having us.
everyone knows Dave? Bitch, please.
I think so.
Either that or
I think so.
there's
Dave.
other names
Which-
for him.
Which is acquired over the years.
Yeah,
no. So welcome. It's thanks for coming down.
that's all right. Thanks for having us.
Do you want to tell us a little bit about Datone? Where did it start? How long has it been going for?
2008, we kicked off. GDRs.
Yeah.
That was the thing. That was the passion, and built up to where we are. You know,
Yeah.
just essentially GDRs.
Mm-hmm.
Early GDRs, not like you guys.
Yeah.
R32.
32, 33, 34, RB stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's what it's been.
Yeah.
And a lot of the GDSTs and all that kind of come through as well, or not?
Not as much.
Yeah.
Just mainly GDRs.
Yeah.
I find that, I don't know, GDST guys sort of maybe they don't have the budget or something, or I don't know.
Yeah.
2-wheel drive's a little bit slower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
100%.
Yeah.
And where did the passion come from? Is that something you've always been into, or
Oh, the whole family's car orientated, you know.
yeah, corrupt from a young age?
Yeah, uncles, and from when I was a kid, they had panel shops and mechanic shops and just running around.
Yeah.
Yeah, pain
So-
in the backside, running around, getting in the way, and yeah,
Sweeping up.
yeah,
and-
yeah,
yeah.
that's it.
And what was your first job?
My first job, I can't even remember. Probably the first one I can remember, I think I worked with my uncle in the mechanic shop at Rose Hill. Yeah. We had a service station and a mechanic joined together.
Yeah.
And so I was in between, either in a servo or in a mechanic shop. And that's where it sort of,
Started. So you did your apprenticeship?
Yeah, so I started with him, and then I went and did SRS airbags and ABS fault finding,
Yeah, right.
and all that kind of stuff, diagnostics. Yeah, we used to cruise around with a ute full of scanners. And
Yeah, right.
How old were you there?
can't remember, probably maybe 20.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So what did you do straight out of school?
with my uncle. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I finished year 12.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
then did engineering for 2 years, or a year and a half, or whatever it was. Drove me mad.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then just straight to cars, you know, like it was like,
So engineering for a couple of years,
Yeah.
and then around 20, is that when you started apprenticeship, or did you do
I didn't
mechanical
really
trade?
do a proper apprenticeship. We did
Yeah.
a what do they call it, recognition of prior learning,
Right.
or whatever it was.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, did it that way.
Yeah,
Because man, at 20 years old, go to TAFE with 16-year-olds.
sure. Yeah,
It doesn't happen.
yeah,
You know, I was doing ABS and airbags and CAN bus when it first came out.
You
and
already
all that.
had an idea, so
And then I'm going back there and I'm doing carburetors.
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
kind of doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
didn't
it wasn't
make sense.
relevant, you know.
yeah,
Yeah. So and the teachers, they said, look, just don't bother. We'll just do that through a third party.
yeah, on the job training,
Yeah.
and yeah,
Through a third party, and the teacher signed me off and all that, and
yeah.
yeah,
And at this point, were performance cars even in your head, or
Yeah,
just a
yeah.
desire?
yeah, it was always there.
Yeah, okay.
Man, like GDRs, the passion for GDRs was there since I was, I don't even remember, like since I was a kid.
Forever,
you know?
yeah.
Yeah, Bathurst and then Gran Turismo, and
Yeah,
it just, grew from there.
yeah, gotcha.
Yeah.
And so how long? So coming out of there was the service station you said, and that was with the uncle.
Yeah,
Is
that was
right?
with my uncle. Yeah, he's a mechanic. So
Yeah, yeah,
yeah. I sort of the other guys, my other two uncles ran a servo.
Yeah.
They had a panel shop before, and that's sort of the first memories of cars and modifying things and building
yeah,
1 to 24 scale models with my uncles and that, and because our panel beaters used to paint them for me and things like, you know.
Yeah.
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 And then, went into the mechanical side
Yeah.
and then took off with the diagnostics to get out of the family business.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so then you got back into the diagnostics.
So that was after,
That was
after the
after.
survey, yeah.
Right,
After the
okay.
mechanical stuff.
Yeah.
at
And
the
that was
survey.
working for yourself or for another?
No, for another guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And then kind of got over that
Yeah.
and then thought, because I had my R32 back then,
Yeah.
my first one. So I was always tinkering with that and auto salon days.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
And then from there, I just thought, well, this is what I want to do. Like the diagnostic thing was more sort of, okay,
Good money, right?
This is a good business.
Yeah.
It's good money. You
Yeah.
know, it was a niche. There wasn't a lot of people doing it. So
Yeah.
we used to go everywhere. It was mobile. We used to go from the Blue Mountains to like Alexandria and everything in between.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah.
Which is good to learn, like especially
yeah.
with this modern technology.
Yeah.
To have a good understanding of how all that works is required.
Yeah, yeah. It was interesting because it was sort of you're learning all this stuff, and VE Commodores were new then, and so we were like into looking at drive by wire and stuff like
Yeah.
that back then, because there was sort of the start of drive by wire to the
Yep.
to the market,
Yep.
and then people start talking about it now, and you're like, oh man, we did this 15 years ago
Yeah.
more, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
So it was, it's funny when you sort of look back on it.
Yeah.
You go, it was probably a good thing that I did that.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. It means that you're first to that market
Yeah.
and learning new tech and whatnot. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. And then you apply it to stuff that you do today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially being able to see how OE works.
Yeah.
That's the best way to apply things to aftermarket and make
Yeah,
them
definitely.
refined. I guess you're known for your quality, so like everything's immaculate.
Try our best.
Cool.
Kinda.
And having a good base of that knowledge in the background helps you
Yeah.
build your cars to the level that you do.
Yeah, and it helps because my whole thing is like there's guys that can build a GTR to go fast. That's that's not my sort of target market.
Yep.
I want to modernize these cars because I love the car.
Yeah.
So just trying to bring the car into the current sort of current day drive by wire and all that stuff, but keep it a GTR.
Yeah.
You know, and that's sort of the way I like it.
Yeah. Keep it like a driver's car, like a
Yeah.
weekend, get in, start it up.
Yeah.
It's gonna, it's gonna start every time,
Yep.
first time.
It's going to work.
Yeah.
It's going to do everything it needs to do and drive it wherever you want, you know?
100%.
Yeah.
Like we were talking about this a little bit off camera earlier about, you hate the auto.
Yeah.
Obviously that's for a weekend warrior or somebody that's going for cars and coffee or whatever.
Yeah.
You don't need, or you don't want that sort of setup. That's that's a race setup.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
It's funny, I say that, I'm not into autos, but then I want to go put a ZF in my GTR. Like it's,
Yeah,
you know what I
okay.
mean? It's
Yeah.
different kind of autos, I think, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the lockup converters and,
Yeah.
and just a lot nicer drive, smoother shifts. It's not manualized.
Yeah.
Does everything it should, like a
Yeah.
modern day car.
Yeah. I think modern day autos and, turbo 500s and that completely
Very
two
different.
different worlds.
Very
you know?
different. Yeah.
What made you think ZF? Have you got a Falcon?
No.
What made you think that?
Well, I wanted DCT,
Yeah.
but
That's nice.
it's kind of seems like everyone's, how do I say it? Like guys have got it working,
Yeah.
but I
It's a bit
just
clunky.
don't. I
Yeah.
don't think it's spot on yet.
Yeah.
For in a GTR.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like in a 35 and that, and all these other cars that they're in from factory. It's
That's
different.
right. Yeah.
But when you're doing a retrofit, I think it's a little bit different.
Yep.
And it seems like the ZF from other guys I've spoke to that have actually done it, the 8 HP or whatever you call it, it seems to be a lot easier.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
There's a lot of people playing with that in the UK and in America.
Yeah.
They're quite a capable transmission. They're
Yeah,
quite
yeah.
strong.
Yeah.
It's just that whole getting it to talk to your ECU and integrate everything together to make it seamless, which is
Yeah.
what you want.
Yeah, 100%. I want it to drive like a modern car. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
But it's 25 or 30 years old.
Yeah.
I reckon it's cool.
100%.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talking about that, what was your first car?
It was a 71 Mercedes 250E. Yeah.
I don't even know what that looks like.
It's just an old Merc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, boxy,
Old Merc.
like
No,
big round
but
lights.
before the boxy stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, the boxy stuff sort of come 80s.
It's still a big sedan, no?
Yeah, so a lot of the ones you see on airbags and all that on the ground, they're an S.
Yep.
So I've got one of those at the moment. But the E was a little bit smaller. Like now, you see the S class and the E class.
Yeah.
It's the same sort of
Same
similar
difference.
thing. Big
Yep.
saloon.
Yeah, gotcha.
But my uncles used to restore like Mercs and MGs and BMWs and things like that.
Yep.
So yeah, they had one. There was two of them there, and one for me, one for my cousin.
Yeah,
so
right.
Yeah,
yeah,
nice.
it was full resto, painted, trimmed, the whole lot, all
They're-
back to factory.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
They're like V8 mechanical injection.
That 6-cylinder mechanical injection,
okay.
that one, yeah, 250.
Wow.
Yeah, that was cool.
It's cool
Yeah.
the way they get it working and
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool.
mad.
And then, so first performance car though was the R32.
My 32, yeah.
Yeah.
Not performance really, it was aspirated back
Right.
then. Yeah,
Okay.
that's all I could afford really.
So-
and
Yeah. So not GDR then.
no,
Yeah.
it was aspirated GDS.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Did that get an engine swap?
yeah, 3026
Yeah.
or 25, 3025.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I built that.
Back.
Oh,
Is this pre? So pre Datone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I built that actually at my uncle's shop.
Right.
So I was doing the airbags, and I
Yeah.
had the car there,
Yes.
and the motor there, and building it after hours.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, that's cool.
And gearbox.
Just a 5-speed. Yeah,
Yeah.
just a factory 5-speed.
You break
I think
that?
I think it made 500 horsepower.
Yeah. But back then that was massive. Yeah.
Yeah. Had the GT35 on it, and
Yeah.
you know
That was the go-to
MoTeC,
turbo. Yeah.
LT10.
Yeah.
Yeah, electronic carby.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah exactly.
Oh, things have come a long way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know that was the early 2000s.
Yeah.
You know, 98 octane, fouling plugs every time you start it, and
Yeah.
garbage like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
cool
it's good.
days. It's good fun.
And
They-
what? So I guess what made you start Datone then? Obviously, from that car, did you get
Yeah.
people wanting to do things? Is that,
Yeah,
is
I
that
was-
how it started?
I was heavily involved in the community. Like I was a paying Skylines Australia member. Like
Yep.
used to go to all the events and all that stuff. So just loved Skylines.
Yeah.
So from 2000, I think it was year 2000 or 2001. Yeah, like I was a paying member of the Skylines New South Wales
Yeah.
club and all that. And yeah, and then I just thought, well, I love this car. I love GDRs. That's what I want to do. And then yeah, just went from there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Right. And do you remember? Because it's a long time ago now.
yeah.
Thoughts that you'd sort of have about starting the shop, whether it was a good idea, the cost involved, you know, whether you're going to have customers to be able to support it, all that kind of.
I just dove straight in head first.
Yeah.
Hey, like I left the airbag job.
Yep.
I had one job one day. Oh, I still remember it. It was a Jeep, one of those Jeep Grand Cherokees, the boxy ones, the early ones,
Yeah.
and I had to replace a dash in it because it had, I think, a leak in heater core or something.
Right.
And every plastic broke in that car.
Yeah.
Every single thing broke, and I was like, nah, done. I'm done. I'm never going back. I'm not doing
Yeah.
it anymore. This is just, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
You know. So I left that, and that was it.
Yeah.
Where'd you start, like premises wise?
So I went and I worked for a guy in West Ryde because that's where I grew up.
Yep.
And I'd do my stuff after hours. So I'd do mechanical with him during the day, and then my own stuff after hours. He'd let me use the shop and that. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So you did the transition involved you working at a mechanical shop, but then doing your stuff after hours.
Yeah.
Under Datone, like under that name.
Yeah.
Okay, so that you didn't have to worry too much about work coming in.
No.
Kind of.
Well, there was always stuff to do. You know.
Yeah.
We always had something.
Yeah.
You know, like back then, I think one of the first GDRs was a 33, came from Japan.
Yeah.
A guy had it here. He bought it from an auction or something. It was damaged. I think it smashed at Eastern Creek.
Yeah.
And they needed to fix it, some mechanical stuff on that so they could get it back on the road. I did that. Then a 34 GDR turbo upgrade, all those kind of stuff. A 32 GDST, same setup combo that I wanted in my car, or that I had in my car, the 2530 and GT35 and all that stuff. And then it just went from there. Like, obviously, I worked on other garbage along the way, you know, like whatever come in the door.
Yeah. Sure.
And then I got defected in my red car, my 32,
Yeah.
and I parted the whole car out, parted everything. Like, there was nothing left of it.
Because it just turned you off, or
No,
like
I
what?
got we got done at Woolloomooloo.
Right.
So they pulled us in. You know how it was back in the day.
Yeah,
We pulled in, and then 5 pages of
The whole
garbage
lot.
later, and thousands of dollars, and lucky they let me drive it home.
Yep.
And parted out, sold the trim, sold the wheels, suspension, engine, everything off that car gone.
Yep.
And that's what funded the first factory
Okay. Yeah.
in Wetherill Park.
Yeah. Right.
2008, that was, yeah.
And what was the size of that factory?
It was
Like
tiny.
200
Nah.
squares.
No, it was, I think, 130 squares.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. One hoist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, so what year does that bring us to?
So that was 08.
Yeah.
Then we were there for 6 years or so.
Yep.
5 or 6 years. Then went to, there was a bit of in between, between that shop finishing and the new one
Yep. Opening up.
And then, so that was, oh man, so what's that work out? 2008, so 14 to 17, we're at Smithfield.
Yep.
And then now in this factory, end of 17, we bought this factory.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. And so where are you at now?
Smithfield.
Smithfield
As well, yeah.
Yeah,
Just
okay.
like down the road from my old shop.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And big shop now? I've never been there, so
500 on the floor, 200 upstairs, so 700 square meters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's decent.
Enough for us.
Yeah.
4 hoists. Plenty.
Plenty of storage.
Yeah.
And the shop next door that you borrow.
Oh, yeah. My mate's got next door, and we just jam cars in there for now.
Yeah.
Until
okay.
he gets all his stock, and then I'll have to move them.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
there's
It's
never
always-
enough room.
It's always the way.
Never enough room. I don't know how. I remember walking into that building. I was with my missus and the kids, and we walked in there, and I've looked around. I'm going from 180 squares
Yeah.
so I went 130, 180.
Yep.
Then we got next door, so it was another 180, so 360 squares. And then we've gone to this 500 downstairs. And I've looked around, I'm going,
Where are you gonna?
this
How are you
is
gonna fill this?
amazing. Yeah. I'm never going to have to push a car in and out ever again. I'll park all the dead cars at the back.
Yeah.
Mad.
Yeah.
No,
No. We said the same thing.
Yeah. Literally.
Yeah.
it's ridiculous. I don't
And we got
understand
next
how it
door and
happens.
put 7 hoists in there, and don't have enough hoists.
Yeah.
It's never enough.
No.
The funniest was the council. They go, you got 4 hoists, there's only 2 of you working. Why? I said, because the car sits on the hoist for 6 to 12 months
Yeah.
waiting for stuff, you know?
They don't get it. Eh? They're like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
How do you make money?
You've
Yeah.
definitely got more workers than 2, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, it's funny.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Dave, what was your first car, Dave?
My first car was a Colorado. Yeah. Did the smart thing, bought a work ute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was part of your trade? Like, what,
Yeah,
um,
so I was a plumber.
You
Yeah.
modified it, didn't you?
Actually, I did. It had a 3-inch catless straight pipe straight off the turbo and tune. And I think I did an intercooler on it.
Yeah.
Man, it used to snap second gear, all right, eh?
I bet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet. especially with you behind the wheel.
100%. I've never seen a car that could handle so much before.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Is this thing like raised or is it lowered? Or you
No,
didn't
it was
touch that?
actually a 2-wheel drive, just with like set of sun raisers and
Yeah.
some all-terrains, and I used to actually drift it with a trailer on the back.
Yeah.
Surprisingly. Yeah, in the wet. Used to do it.
Why are we not surprised?
Standard David.
And then, how old are you now?
I'm 29.
29.
Yeah.
Still brand new.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was what, 10 years ago?
That was
A little bit longer.
2011.
Yeah, 12 years.
Yeah.
And what was the next car? When was the first real car?
First real car was actually the GDR.
Yeah.
I was just making good money at the time, and it was the sort of the right thing. I was like, yeah, this is my dream car.
Finish your
and-
trade.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, it was way before I finished my trade. Yeah.
Oh, before
I
you
was an
finished.
apprentice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Wow.
an apprentice.
Making good money.
They were a lot
Yeah.
cheaper back then.
Plumber
What
life.
they were.
100%. Yeah.
Plumbers.
Yeah, cash falling out of the pockets. Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty much
Yeah,
it. Yeah, just met up with some guy and just took me for a drive. GDR was like my dream car, like 32. Fell in love with it. He gave it the first hit. Had 350 kilowatt at the time.
Yeah.
Just some dash 5s and
Yeah.
yeah, gave it a hit, and I was like, done. pulled the cash out of my pocket and said,
Yeah,
I'll
well, it
drive
fell
you
out.
home.
Yeah, fell out.
Pretty much, yeah. So
Yeah, right. And what was it worth back then, the GDR?
back then, I actually paid, I think it was 19 or 20 grand,
Yeah.
which was a lot because I could actually get like a slapper for
13, 15.
Yeah, 13 to 15.
Yeah.
So this one had the work, it had dash 5s, had Brembos on it, like had a whole heap of this good stuff on it.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'll take the punt. I was going to buy a 34, but I just didn't like it enough.
Yeah.
34s were like 38 grand
Wow.
then.
GTR.
Yeah, like GDR, 38 to
Holy
45. Yeah,
That's crazy, isn't it?
yeah.
Makes you wonder why it took so long for them to catch on. Like, I don't get it.
It's just the overseas markets. I think.
Overseas market, I think. Yeah.
We had them here for so long. They just bashed and crashed, and I know guys buying that you were buying NERS for 60.
It's crazy,
You
yeah.
know, V-Spec 2 NERS 60k. Like what?
Wow.
Yeah.
But that's how it was forever. And it's a funny thing. Like when I was working on them, they were worth nothing. So it was hard to get people to spend money on
Yes.
a GDR back then.
Correct.
And then all of a sudden they got popular and all these events come out and now everyone does GDRs,
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. It's
Yeah, it
just,
definitely helps with the quality and I guess amount you could budget on a build
yeah.
when the actual asset's worth more.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
yeah.
a bit hard to spend 120 grand on a 20 grand car,
Yeah, definitely.
100%.
knowing full well you're going to get maybe 50 for it if you're lucky.
Yeah.
Whereas now you don't mind spending 100 grand on a 150 grand car or
You got guys doing restos on them, like we do restos on them as well.
Yeah.
And the guys are spending 150, 200k on it.
yeah.
They don't care.
Yeah.
It's an investment. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I kind of
Not a good investment.
but the guys that
100%.
ring me and say, I want to spend this much on the car because it's an investment, I kind of get turned off a little bit.
Yeah.
Because they're not an enthusiast.
Yes.
If you're buying a car as an investment, I just don't think you're a legitimate enthusiast.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's how I feel. Like, I don't care how much the car's worth. The car could be like my car. I bought it for 14 grand. Could be worth nothing,
Yes.
and I'll still spend stupid amounts of money
Money
on
on
it
it.
because I love it so
Yes.
much.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So you prefer they come in with the emotional attachment
Yeah.
rather than some sort of
Monetary.
which is
thinking of
not
the
going to
future.
work
No.
either because if you've got 150 grand to spend, it's not going to be making bolts nice and
No.
cleaning up a car. That's crazy. You're not going to get that back.
No. And all it takes is interest rates to go up, like now, and everything tanked.
Drops. Yeah.
I know guys that bought GDRs, they brought them in for pre-inspections, pre-purchase inspections.
Yep.
They brought them in for a clapper, 90 grand, 80
Yep.
grand.
Yep.
You couldn't get 40 for it now.
Yeah.
Like no one would buy it,
Wow.
because everything sort of is starting to normalise, I feel, again.
Yeah.
The false economy is gone,
Yep.
and now
Yeah.
you're back to reality a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how I feel anyway.
Definitely slowed the market.
Yeah. Everything.
I feel like the value of money has dropped though. So
100%.
I feel like it'll never go back to the way it was
No.
because money's just worthless now.
Yeah.
But I guess upping interest rates starts to bring that back. Starts to make money worth more. But I can't
Well, it's
see
meant
it.
to.
It's meant to.
Whether it does or not, we'll
Correct.
see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Well, it means everything has to change, right?
Yeah.
I mean, everything. Like materials, like steel, building
whole lot.
materials, everything has to change.
Yeah.
The problem is nothing ever goes backwards.
No.
Have you ever had an employee going, "Hey, look, things have changed back now. Can we drop out?" It can't.
Nah, never.
It's illegal.
Never.
Cost of living's gone up. Everyone gets paid more now than what they did 2 years ago. Can't go back down. So
Yeah, 100%.
there are certain things that just can't go down. Yeah, interesting. So what did we get to with your car? So you had it for how many years before you started?
So yeah, after I bought it, mind you, I bought it for 20 grand, resprayed
Yes.
as well. So I was like, yeah, sweet. This is got
Perfect.
10 grand worth of parts on it.
It's finished.
The guy's an idiot. Like, why would he sell it? I paid 20 grand for the car. And he actually told me, I'm actually still friends with him today. And he told me multiple times, he said, look, you're young and I just got to tell you, like, this car, if you can't afford to buy 2 or 3 of them, don't buy it. It's going to be expensive. And I was like, yeah, man, whatever. Like, yeah, I don't know why you're talking to me out of it. Like,
Yeah.
you're stupid. Like, I'm about to pay you for the whole car and
Yeah.
whatever. Anyway, so 6
Money
months goes on.
falling out of my pocket.
Yeah. Literally, that's how it was at the time. And I was like, let's go. Like, I fell in love with it. And yeah, my eyes lit up. So anyway, I think 3 months down the track, I blew the gearbox.
Yeah.
Anyway, long story short, put another gearbox in it.
Yep.
About a month after that, I blew the motor.
David the Destroyer.
How did you do that?
Oh, no, yeah. No, sorry. I blew the clutch before I blew the motor. I did yeah. There's multiple different things. And it was a diff, then I blew the motor. So this happened all within about 8 months. That car had already owed me the 20 grand nearly.
Yeah.
Like I had to spend 20 grand more on it. Then I blew the motor. And then that's how I met Anth. So
Right.
basically, my tuner was DVS Jez in the
Yep.
Central Coast.
Yep.
And yeah, I had a chat to him, and he's like, "Oh, I got a guy down in Sydney that might be able to help you because I can't.
Yep.
I tune all his stuff." And yeah, so I went down to Anthony's shop, went to a few different other places,
Yep.
other shops in Sydney, and didn't really like their attitude
Yep.
at the time. I was a young guy, like I just had, yeah.
They probably had the same attitude as you.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that was it. Like no one really took me
They clashed
seriously.
heads.
Yeah, no one really took me seriously. Like we're talking about a 20-year-old rocking up to your front doorstep with a blown up GDR
Yeah.
and saying, "Build me a car."
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just so Anthony took me on. It was actually pretty good to take me on. I think he regrets it now, but
So what did you think when he rocked up? Did you think, no, everything was all sweet? Like you get that kind of customer that's young and you think,
Yeah, but at the same time, like the car wasn't, then they weren't worth big money then.
Yes,
You know what I mean? So you're like, all right, what do you want to do? You got a busted engine.
yeah,
Well, let's build an engine.
Yeah.
You know? Quoted him. He said, yeah, sweet. Let's
Yep.
go for it. I treat everyone the same.
Yeah,
if
of
you're coming
course.
for a service, you're coming for a big build or a resto, whatever,
Yep.
I'm friendly with everyone. I try
Yeah.
to be friends with everyone, you know?
Yeah.
And I take everyone seriously.
yeah, good.
You know,
yeah.
you have to. I
Yeah, you
think.
have to, yeah.
Especially when you're kind of like you're still building the business up.
Yeah.
You know, I was by myself back then, working on my own. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
so
Oh man, we had a guy calling up that wanted. I mean, there's a grey area. I treat everyone the same. But this guy was trying to build a Magna.
yeah, you don't come here for a Magna. I'm
No,
sorry.
you don't. But he must have typed in 4G64 engine build, and it's come up
maybe.
with our website.
Yeah. Yep.
So, yeah, like I couldn't be rude, but when I got to like 7 minutes on the phone, I was starting to get a little bit anxious. And you try and close it off, but without being rude, right?
Yeah.
Because that guy, he's thinking he's special too, right?
Yeah,
Like
everyone's yeah.
everyone
yeah,
thinks they're special.
just because it's
I think it was more that it was first point of call, right? He hadn't actually.
No,
decided
he's like,
anything.
oh, I'm just, like this is my first call, and I'm just thinking, and I'm like, if you haven't got 60, 70 grand,
Yeah.
because he was like, he wanted more power as well. I'm like, turbo does that,
Yeah.
but you need to do everything.
Yep.
So, yeah, when I started talking numbers, it sort of scared him off a little bit.
That's you got to be honest at the end of the day.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
you just guys ring up. Oh, 1,000 horsepower.
Yep.
Have you driven a 1,000 horsepower car?
Yeah.
Do you know what it takes to maintain a 1,000 horsepower car?
Yeah. Yeah.
What are you going to do with this 1,000 horsepower car?
Yeah.
You know, you kind of weed them out like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, you give them the ballpark.
Yep.
And if they keep going and keep coming back and asking, and you know,
Then they're
you can.
up to the next step.
Yeah.
Of information.
Yeah. You just leave it in. I leave it in their court.
Yeah.
You know, that's how much it's roughly going to cost with A, B, C, D.
Yeah.
And if you're happy to spend that kind of money on the car, we'll talk further. I'll send me an email, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And if they get back to you, they get back to you. Most of the time they don't if they're,
Yeah.
if they're a time waster.
Yeah.
You know, I have had a couple, they'll email you and ask for quotes and this and that. Then you spend,
It is what it is.
an hour, 2 hours quoting something and emailing it, itemizing it, all the garbage.
Yeah.
Then they don't come back.
Don't get back to you.
Yeah, but it's part of business,
Yeah.
you know.
Copy paste for the next guy.
Well, everyone, it's all the same really at the end of the day.
Pretty much. Yeah. If you make it so that your packages are all the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So engine time. At that point, are you like, I want to put bigger turbos, or when did that come into it?
Yeah, at that point, I was like, I want to do a single.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it started off being twins with a 2.6 build. And then I ended up, going to I was going to do 2.8.
Yep.
Then had a chat to a few people and Anth as well. He's like, just why don't you do a 3 litre? So I ended up doing a 3 litre single turbo, 550 kilowatt.
Yep.
Back then we're talking 2004 maybe, or
Yep.
5?
five.
No.
What are we talking?
No way.
Sorry, it's 15.
14, 15, yeah.
14, 15.
Yeah.
I missed 10 years there. Something about that?
Probably.
Yeah.
I was at Wetherill Park.
Yeah.
It was the Wetherill Park shop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Could have been
Yeah.
somewhere around. Yeah, it would have been because it was probably 2 years before we moved. Yeah.
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 That was
so,
fast, that car.
Yeah.
550 kilowatt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
ran 9.7 at CUDA
Yep.
multiple times.
Dog box?
Yeah, dog box, H-pad and dog. Well, we discovered that I needed a dog box. It wasn't the power issue. It was the driver.
Right.
So after blowing another gearbox and a diff,
Brand new one as well.
yeah, brand
Brand new
spanker.
Series 3 GDR box.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
cost me
Lasted
$3.5
like
grand plus
a
the
month,
clutch.
2 months. If
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. And we put a new intercooler on it because the car had a Chinese cooler on it. So we put a plasma man on it.
Yeah.
And the first hit I gave it rolling on boost in third gear, it stripped all the teeth of that gear
Yeah.
and just busted the whole box. So
Wow.
it had 4,000 Ks on that
On the
gearbox.
way to roll racing?
Yeah.
That was on
Yeah.
the way to rolls, yeah.
I
Yeah.
thought I'd give it a test and just roll
Yeah.
on it. Turns out the car was making more power. So anyway, I got rid of that and put a PPG H-pad and dog in it,
Yep.
just a helical cut, H-pad
Yep.
and dog. And yeah, the car ran flawless with that gearbox for a long time at that power.
That was 64, 66.
Yep.
I feel like I remember these days. These are when we used to have the rivalry with Tony Flash's car and
Yeah.
the roll racing days. All-wheel drive,
days.
rear-wheel drive,
Yep,
all the
that's
shit
right.
talk online.
Yeah.
It's good. It's gold.
I think, I used to go at Massimo.
Massimo, yeah.
On the highways
On the
and
street.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got some videos. Yeah.
couple of Mexico hits and
Yeah.
stuff. That car got like that setup just got abused until one day, funnily enough, we were talking about AES before. I forgot the AES inline flap shut,
Oh, yeah.
and I decided in a tunnel to clutch kick it with a flap shut.
Yeah.
So anyway, the car built like 28 pound or 30 pounder boost with the exhaust fully shut.
Shut.
So I ended up splitting a bore.
Yeah.
To test it, I clutch kicked it again, and
Yeah, of
it
course.
surprisingly went great.
Yeah.
Just to make sure. Huh?
Get that coolant out of the cylinder.
And so yeah, pretty much. That engine had a split bore. We just pulled everything out of it. Anthony put a new block in it and
Yep.
put everything back in and went again. And
Bigger turbo that time.
did we go bigger turbo?
Yeah, G42.
That's right. Yeah.
And it made 1,080.
Or justified the pulling the engine out.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't even know how to split ball. He
Oh.
drove it home that night.
Went to start it up.
Rang me the next Saturday. He goes, it keeps tripping the breaker.
When it on crank.
Why won't it? It won't start. It keeps tripping the breaker. No, it was blowing fuses. Didn't have a breaker
Correct.
there.
Yeah.
Yes.
He goes, "Oh, go get another fuse." I said, "Okay, whatever. Try whatever you can do.
Yep.
You know, work it out."
200
Anyway.
ampers in.
Yeah, put a 200 amp breaker in it. Started it. Drove it to the shop on
Jesus.
Saturday. Took it out that Saturday night, and did the usual Saturday night that he does, and then it let go.
Was this the midnight runs?
Yeah.
Yeah. At the end of the night, like we're talking that day, I did 500 Ks genuinely.
Yeah.
I drove to the shop and back twice that day. Drove to the city with my missus, had dinner.
Yep.
Went back to Rouse Hill. Then went out and drove about, I think it was 8 probably Mexico races
What was
in.
the coolant temp like? You must have been blowing coolant out of the oven.
No.
I think it just started to leak the week
Yeah.
before,
Yeah.
and then it
was misfiring.
It broke properly that night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just turned that, like mid pool, I was racing someone, I won't mention their name, but it was a pretty big car at the time and
Yeah.
had a sequential and everything, and I was just G'd up and it was misfiring. So mid pool, like between third and fourth gear changes, I was turning the e-boost down. So turning it from like 32 pound, I was back down to 28, and I was winding this, mind you, to like mid pool.
Closed loop boost control.
Yeah.
For misfire.
Yeah. Get to Heathcote Road exit, and it
was
looked like a
it.
chimney.
Yeah.
It was steam train.
Steam out the back.
Steam train, yeah. That poor engine copped, I think we worked it out, 30,000 Ks of him driving it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, with, 700 horsepower.
That's
Yeah.
solid effort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
His
clutch kicks that car
Oh.
scene. No other car.
money
I've seen.
shifts and all sorts of...
Ooh.
Just silly. Back then, so he seems quite used to the fact now. But back then, was he like, did he get it? Or was he like a pain in the ass?
He just didn't care.
Okay.
He broke it, and it was like a big joke. Like, busted
Okay.
it finally. Like
Well, that's all right.
2 years.
That's a good attitude to have.
2 years of hell. Like, he drove the car more than some people drive their dailies. You
Yeah,
know? Like
yeah.
everywhere.
I used to put
Everywhere.
tools in the back and
Yeah,
go
yeah,
do
the whole lot.
Go do plumbing jobs, toolbox in the back and
Yeah.
all.
So I guess the first thing we ask is, are you a plumber? To our customers.
Because then, the cash is falling out of
Yeah,
the pocket.
I know he's going to be all right.
Yeah.
He's going to be all right. It's all going to be all right.
Yeah. And and then reblocked it and then G42.
Yeah.
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 Same rods,
Everything.
crank,
Everything.
stock crank at this
Factory
point.
crank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the factory crank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
That was
but
H
yeah.
pattern.
Head's the same pretty much. Just
Everything
recolor
was
it.
the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, just service the head, put it on.
Yeah.
Actually, I think we put bigger camshafts in it. I can't remember now. Yeah, it was essentially like same,
Same-
pistons,
same.
rods, crank,
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
The engine was internally, it was Mickey apart from the bore.
Put it back together. G42.
Yeah, G42 this time. It was like putting it back together. He's like, oh, let's put a bigger turbo on it.
Should I send it?
Yeah.
All right, cool. G42 just came out, put it on, and then what did it go?
Went 9.2 at Cuda.
Yeah, 9.2 at
H
Cuda.
pattern. Dog. No.
That's
I don't think
nice.
I even had a steelway on it back then.
Fuck you. So you can actually drive.
No, you did have it.
Did I?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
not
you had
bad.
the stillway. Ever since after your money shifted it at the when I opened the new shop,
That's
we
right.
put the stillway in it. After that,
Yeah. You didn't trust me anymore.
Yeah. 13,000 is not good.
What's
Yeah.
a steel way?
It's a lockout shifter.
Lockout.
Locks it out of first gear. Yeah, so you go first,
First,
second, it
second.
won't let you go back into
Yeah,
in
yeah,
the first.
yeah.
It
So you
glides
can
into
or
third.
can't drive? You can't drive?
No, you can drive.
You can drive.
He used to 1,460 at Cuda
Yeah.
with a H pattern manual
On
car.
17s.
Yeah, on 17s was
That's good.
yeah.
Yeah.
He knew how to drive that car.
People used to come up to the car and say, "Oh, what sequential you got?"
Yeah,
in?"
I remember
all the
that.
time, and I didn't even have there was no flat shift, no ignition cut,
Yeah, yeah.
nothing in that car.
Yep.
It was my feet. They were the good days.
Fun and games.
100%.
Alright.
That does not even that long ago.
Nah,
Yeah, but now
just
no.
just pre.
how's that for
pre-COVID.
living? His first build has a 6466 on it.
Yeah, yeah,
We got G35s, cast wheels.
yeah, yeah,
I know there's people out there that are like, oh, you had turbos,
yeah.
but
My
like,
first car come out with one of those factory.
yeah,
Sorry, not first car, but my
Pretty
first
much.
fast car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So then what?
Yeah, so then I put a sequential in that same setup.
Yep.
And yeah, just street drove the absolute shit out of it.
Better or worse?
Um,
Did you prefer the sequential or the H pattern?
So I put the sequential in because I had a few issues with the H pattern,
Yeah.
just because of the way I was driving it, and
braking
constant.
selected, like,
It was
Everything.
It was second gear dog because he was driving it so much on the street.
Yep.
First, second, first, second, first, second,
yep,
and it kept wearing out second gear dog. The box is only rated for 800 horsepower.
yeah,
Yeah.
We put in 1,000 and whatever you work it out to be 1,000 at the tire.
And he was
Through it.
using every bit of it,
Oh, yeah.
every drive.
Yep. Top of fifth gear is normal for him, But it did its job.
yeah.
It really did its job. That poor thing copped it. Yeah, and then the sequential went
Yeah,
in.
Samsonus was really good
Yep.
in that car. Best
Yep.
gearbox honestly I've ever had, I reckon.
Yep.
Just copped the beating, and yeah, the only I can't even remember if we even serviced that thing.
No.
We
No.
just stayed in the car for like 15,000 Ks. We
Yeah.
pulled it out and it got checked after like 15,000 Ks.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with it. Said you can change second gear dog if you want. And
I think
Or
he
it can
said
live for
something
longer.
about a bearing as well. One of the bearings looked like it didn't have enough oil supply to it, or
Yep.
something along those lines. I can't remember now, but apart from that, it was
brand
mint,
new.
It
Yeah,
was
it's
mint,
good.
15,000 of abuse.
Abuse, yeah. Yeah, well, you're not driving that just to cruise to Queensland.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, he cruised everywhere with it.
Yeah.
But with the cargo, then 9.2.
What speed?
156, I think it was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something like that. Acuda.
Yeah. Acuda.
Didn't really race it at the track.
Yeah, yeah,
No cage, no
on
parachute,
17s.
nothing.
Yeah.
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 Always liked the big brakes and 17s, but yeah, now the car's obviously changed.
Drag
down a
car.
different route. Yeah, now I got 15s and tiny little brakes.
Are you a savage on the brakes as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Anth's changed more rotors on my car than any car in that shop. I like to
It goes
test.
old pack and
Oh,
Nasho
yeah.
and
It's circuit car as well.
Yeah, with,
Yeah,
with
yeah.
1,000 horsepower and a sequential. Like,
On 17s, on Mickey's, I used to go
Yeah,
through
yeah.
old pack flying
Yeah.
with 350mm Evo brakes all
Yeah.
round.
Yeah.
And man, it used to pull up, eh?
yeah,
Yeah.
I love that combo on the GTR
Yeah.
because you can put 17s on it,
Yep. And
so
still
it
have
still
decent
drives nice
brakes.
and still have decent brakes. Yeah,
100%.
Yeah.
yeah. On a 32, it's mad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Interesting. And what's the car at now? Why did you go from manual to auto? It's auto now, right?
Yeah, so now it's auto. I had a big car accident, so
Yeah.
basically hurt my knee
Yeah.
And yeah,
not in a race car.
no, not in a race car. No,
Yep.
just like on the way to work one day, and some guy lost control, hit me. But yeah, it was a head on, and my knee slid into the dash. Ended up
Shit.
hurting the front of my kneecap. So that was sort of it for the manual for a while. So I thought, you know what, I'll put an auto in it. I don't want to sell the car.
Yep.
I already sold another car, which was manual,
Yep.
that I couldn't drive, that I just finished building before that accident. But so I put an auto in it, and it is honestly a pretty good gearbox. Hey, for like the street, a lot of people have this misconception. Apart from the sound,
Yeah.
it sounds like a mooing cow.
Yeah.
It's actually really nice to drive on the street, real smooth.
Yeah.
Can cruise on the highway, definitely. I live just from the shop, like from Datone, I live 55 k's.
Yeah.
So just going down to the shop is like what most people would call the biggest cruise in the world.
Yeah, sure.
With my sort of setup on 15s and bead locks and
Yep.
and an auto. So.
Yeah. Okay. And still got the G42?
No, it's an 8685 now. Yeah.
Okay. So when did that change?
So, what happened?
So it was still manual with that turbo at one point.
It
Yeah.
tore the gudgeon pin out of the bottom of the piston.
Yeah.
One night on the M1. Yeah.
And obviously if the engine's coming out,
Turbo.
change the turbo.
Let him,
Turbo's
tell you,
gonna
let him tell you how I tore the gudgeon pin.
Yeah, it overboosted. I don't know how it happened. Overboosted, went to 50 pounds or something like that, and
Yeah.
you know what happens after that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
After
but
5 hits in Mexico.
yeah, the
seventh gear.
It tore the pin out of the bottom of the piston, and then everything else went to garbage as well along with it. You know
Yeah,
how
of
it goes.
course.
And then we went 3.2 diesel block. Kept the sequential with the 8685.
Yeah, right.
And I just think it's not, unless you're using launch control and all that, which I don't like.
Yeah, or gas.
Yeah, it's not.
It was
Just
just
too big a turbo for a manual.
I think
Yeah.
so.
Definitely.
I personally think so, especially how much street driving he does. If you're
Yeah.
just racing it,
Yeah.
you can sort of live with it.
Yep.
But the amount of street driving he does is just, it's not ideal.
Yep.
So that's when the auto went in, you know.
Yeah, okay.
I think Kuda is what did it for him, but because we just couldn't get it off the line.
Right.
Could not get it off the line, and it was just a wasted trip to Kuda.
Yep.
And then the auto went in, got a good deal on the box, and sold his sequential, and it all kind of
Worked out.
worked out
and
the same.
put it all together. And once we got our mind around how it works and what
Yes.
we need to do and all that stuff, and
Yeah.
it works, man. It's consistent. Every time he's gone to the track, he's PB'd now. So.
Yeah, good. Good. And that's drag strip? Or,
Yeah.
And what's it gone now?
It's gone 8.5 at 160.
Yeah. 160? Or
160. Yeah, 160 mile an hour.
Yeah.
And that's just, I got off it just before the line.
Yeah, I was going to say that sounds low for the time.
What did it do at Kuda? 160 something else.
165, I think it was. At
Something
Kuda.
like that.
Is that what, like low 1.3s in the 60 or something?
Nah, 60's garbage as well.
At the track.
Drag strip.
Both. Yeah.
Really?
Well, we only had one go at it.
Right.
At the track, it was a 1.5. Or
Was
was
it?
it 150, 1.4?
Like he must have got off well and truly, yeah.
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 So it's probably got a 7 in it.
Look, it should go
With a
bottom
200
8,
shot.
but the problem is you got to take the car,
Yes.
you know?
Are you going to do it?
I'm going to take the car for my safety, but I'm not trying to chase numbers. Look at the size of me.
Yeah.
So obviously weight is a big deal. Got a diesel block in that car, so
Yep.
if I wanted to go the numbers, it'd be billet, and then obviously.
But you can still run a 7. You don't have to run a 7.7 or a 7.6.
Yeah, but there's no point tapping the gate of a high 7.
Yeah.
Like a 7.9 for me is the same as an 8.0. Like it's.
But it's not.
It's not.
Yeah, a lot of people say that, but for me, it's like, what's the difference? 0.1 of a second between mates? Like,
Yeah, until you're 0.1 quicker, and between mates, that's a lot.
Yeah.
yeah, you can ask
That's
George
another
about
100
that.
grand.
George.
Yeah. No,
I
he's
should
scared
get
to go.
commission for him.
You should. You should.
Yeah, and you should be paying Anth commission.
Anthony, we're charging Anthony.
100%.
Yeah. As long as we're receiving more than we're paying,
That's
it works.
100%.
I was wondering where all that money was going.
What? Which one? Yours?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh god. Okay. So I guess nothing apart from getting it tech. There's nothing new coming. Like roll racing's big now. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
is that sort of what you're just having fun with that?
Yeah, just having fun with roll racing. Like
Yep.
I've got a kid coming about a month away.
Yep.
So
Oh, congrats.
thank you.
First one or?
Yeah, first one. So,
Oh wow.
yeah.
So sell the car.
Nah, not to that extent yet.
Yeah.
It's coming.
So,
That's why less street driving now.
yeah.
Just take it out every now and then.
Yeah. Yeah.
I might, depends. One day I might wake up and just want to send it
Not
again.
need
but
it.
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah. No, there's not, they're not needing it. I probably won't ever sell it.
yeah.
But
Does the missus ever say, like, do you really need it?
No, she's actually real supportive. She doesn't want me to sell it. Every time I break it and I sit there and I'm like, well, here we go again. She's just like, yeah, but you love it. I mean,
Yeah.
there's worse habits out there. I'm
100%.
Sure. There's, I could be doing plenty other stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's at the end of the day, it's like a project. It's like,
Yeah.
it's,
Never ending project.
Yeah, never ending project. And it's not like you're going to get the money back.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's just something. If you genuinely love the actual
it's priceless.
car and
Yeah.
the racing and the sport and the atmosphere, there's no money that can ever replicate that.
And the friendships you gain out of it.
100%.
Like,
Yeah,
that's,
definitely.
like, if you look at,
You meet so many people.
yeah, you meet so many people, and I mean, there's value to that.
100%.
Even your business, like, you might be like, you run a plumbing company now, right?
Yeah, with my old man.
Yeah. So, like, you meet people and they're like, oh, I need you to do plumbing. Like,
Yeah.
you don't think about all those things.
Yeah,
But, yeah, I guess that networking is always good no matter what,
definitely.
no matter what you're doing, I guess, at the time. But it always works out, doesn't
Yeah, 100%. It's all about the community and everyone working together and just enjoying each other's company and enjoying each other's cars.
Definitely.
Yeah, the passion.
Yep.
It doesn't get exposed as much as it should these days.
Yeah.
I guess people get a little bit deterred, on just for cruises and whatnot because of the level of the cars.
Yeah.
That we're at, and police presence and whatever, it's like they're there to get you even if you're not doing anything wrong.
Yeah.
So,
But I feel like we need to bring back that hype, that community, that go for the cruise on Saturday nights.
Yeah, definitely.
Don't have to be dumb. Go for coffee. Go for
just
dinner.
get in the car and drive.
Yeah.
Anywhere.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
I think age as well. Like,
Maturity,
we're
you
all
reckon?
gotten older, and like I feel like the group still stays similar. We're not talking to 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
like we all grow older, and then we're all busy. You're having a little one. We've probably already done that.
Yeah.
So it's like you just can't be bothered anymore.
Yeah.
But then it just means that our interaction is online or through text or messenger,
Yeah.
and so that it's still there, just in a different way.
Yeah.
Like we had fun recently at Hawkins' event after GDR Festival,
yeah.
just to
Yeah.
rock up to that Cultura.
That was mad.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Just
Yeah. Yeah.
the whole hype about it, the whole thing. Everyone had a laugh. There was food there, drinks, coffee,
Yeah.
and
then go
then
for a
just a casual
drive
cruise. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't go to that.
I really enjoyed the cruise.
Yes.
Yes.
The cruise was good.
The cruise is good.
Yeah. Me and Joe cruised together.
Did you?
nicely.
What were you driving?
The green car. Huracan.
When did you buy a Huracan?
His facial
I was
expression-
driving.
his
I was
facial
driving
expression
the
just
the
changed.
shop.
When
the
did you
shop
buy?
Huracan.
The what? The what?
I was driving the shop Huracan.
Shop Huracan. Oh, is he racing in Mexico? Shop Huracan.
Oh,
We didn't go to Mexico that night.
No.
no. It was
Did,
just a
did he
one-off
fucking win or not?
I don't know. Look, he can.
He
he'll
was on
probably
low
try
boost
call
again.
it.
Remember?
Always
I've
low
got a
boost.
video of that too, and a video of my passenger screaming in Mexico. That was good that night.
Yeah, it was
My
good.
passenger squealed like a little girl.
Yeah.
It felt very bad.
Was it a girl though?
No, it wasn't a girl.
Right,
It was
okay.
a grown man.
Yeah.
But God love him. Yeah. He promised about three hits before that he'd never get in a car with me.
Yeah. Never again.
Or three
He
before
has
that,
not
yeah.
stopped.
So you thought you'd use
Never
that to your
again.
full? Who was this?
Oh,
Oh,
once.
just a friend of ours.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
the boys,
Alright.
yeah.
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 Joe laughed pretty well when he saw that video.
Was
it was
it-
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good.
Was it auto?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
And I managed to break someone's windscreen behind me.
Yeah. Right.
Not good.
Flicking
He'd
up.
done, yeah, he'd done well against the stock, like stage 1+ package, stock engine. It was good. It's good.
I don't know what he's trying to say. Did you beat him or no?
To be honest, I don't even know because I sort of had to get off it.
All I heard was no.
It wasn't on full boost as well, but I think it was a neck and neck race. I
No,
don't my passenger was recording in front.
close.
Either way,
not
it was
to
fun.
the
It was
side.
close.
It was a good run.
Yeah, it was a good run.
I mean, if it's good, then obviously it was close.
Yeah.
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 it was
Oh,
good.
that's cool.
I've never heard so many excuses in my life.
Does
That's not you.
No,
What's going on? Fatherhood's changed him.
you wouldn't give me high boost. That's why.
No, not with Chris in the car.
They're about to put a password on my ECU. They're that
Yeah.
close to not allowing.
What ECU's in that?
MoTeC
M150.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. And you haven't got e-boost.
None
Still.
anymore.
E-boost, no.
All right. So when you said you leant over, like that's previous setup.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Had a
All
Hebrew Street and a
Yeah.
Pro plug-in Haltech.
Yeah. Gotcha.
That's a long
Okay.
time
That
ago.
was the best. You could key bang the engine protection and just reset.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. He's a savage, isn't he?
David the Destroyer. Told you. That's what he's known as.
Well, it's good to see you got M150 in this thing.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
nice. How long's it been MoTeC for?
Since the 3.2 went in it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's been good.
It's a while now.
Love it.
100%.
That was probably 2 years now.
Yeah.
Yep. And you choose MoTeC for most of your big stuff?
The big stuff. So if it's got a sequential,
Yep.
it'll get MoTeC or Mtron.
Yep.
Yeah. Just to close the lips a bit
Yep.
nicer.
For the shift control.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Or let's just say if it's an auto, I know you don't traditionally go for that sort of build, but you'd still run MoTeC in it?
oh, it depends. Like that car got a MoTeC when the gearbox was still a sequential. The car was in bits.
Sure.
So we had the Samsona still, big engine. Thought, okay, we're going to put a MoTeC in it.
Sure, yeah.
Because we wanted someone to tune it.
Yep.
And then he goes, oh, I bought an auto. Like, okay. So let's just change everything now. And
Yeah. Yeah.
lucky the engine was apart so we could do the Torrington and
Yeah.
all that, you know.
Yeah, shit.
I said, everyone told him, before the engine goes back together, make
need
sure you
to
make a decision.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Back to the machine shop.
I'm like that.
Yeah. Typical. Should just put the Torrington in it from day one.
yeah, I know.
But it's not something you would do.
Nah,
Yeah.
not on a
Not if you
manual
don't have to.
No. You know.
Yeah, right.
So,
So MoTeC M150, what else? MoTeC Dash?
yeah, 1212 or
I was
1212,
told.
whatever you want to call it.
Plumbing's good.
Yeah.
It's
Oh, yeah.
disgusting.
Cash falling out of the pocket. What we used to make a joke. What
They
was
used
it?
to put shit on me.
Every step you take in someone's house is $200.
Yeah.
Is that how it works
Yeah.
with plumbers? Yeah, yeah,
My only
And
mistake
you
was I
always
haven't
work in the
been-
backyard.
yeah, yeah, 100%. Yeah,
My only mistake, I didn't work enough at Ant's house.
it's all right. The new one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Anth, you mentioned earlier that you started off, like when you first started Datone, you're on your own. How's that grown since then?
My whole thing was the whole time I just wanted to work by myself. I didn't want to rely on anyone. I wanted to do everything on my own. I wanted to teach myself how to do every part of the car. I never got into tuning though, so but I wanted to do. My whole thing of being a tradesman is, if you can add to your skill set, I think that's the best part of being a tradesman. You know, learn to weld, learn to machine things, learn to build engines, learn to wire, all that stuff. You know, I think that's always been my goal and what drives me, just to be a better tradesman. So, you know, I think it got to the point where customers started getting upset because things were taking too long. And I just feel like we haven't even fixed that problem, even though I've got more boys now and everything. But that was it. And I just had to get an employee and, you know,
Yeah.
so.
I guess it's all you can do is set the expectation.
Yeah, yeah. And hopefully no one else lets you down in the process.
Of course.
You know.
That's the problem. We rely on a lot of like machining for engines. Like it's all external stuff.
It's crazy. And people don't get it. They
Yeah.
think, oh, yeah, you're full of it, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's just dragging his feet, this, that, and the other. Then everything comes back from machine shop, engines together in a couple of days. And then the sort of, you see the light bulb turn on. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
And they're like, maybe he wasn't full of it.
Yeah. Well, he wasn't full of. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. Obviously, if it was only a 2-3 day job,
Yeah, look.
then he would have hurried it up.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah. No, we've got blocks that have been there for last year.
That's what happens, but
Yeah.
unfortunately, I feel like that is a big problem in our industry.
Yes.
It's a dying trade.
Yes.
People don't
It's
want to do it
scary.
anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And a good machinist is normally old.
Yeah.
Very hard to find, you know.
And you can't rush them.
No.
You rush them. Good
them,
luck.
forget it. Throw the engine in the bin.
Throw it in the bin or
Yeah.
take it back.
Yeah.
Or wait till next year now.
Yeah.
Now that you started.
Yeah, that's right. And that's what other people don't get. Oh, go put the pressure on them. No, you can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't even see with your eyes what they're measuring.
Yeah.
Like, how do you want me to rush this guy?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know? But I don't know.
Yeah, I'm concerned what's going to happen in the next, say, 10 years
Yeah,
when
man.
they start shifting. There's just, it takes a special person to be a machinist.
100%.
It's
definitely.
attention to detail is
Oh, yeah.
next level,
Yep.
and you have to love it,
Yeah.
and you've had to have been doing it since you were young.
Yeah.
Like,
No kids are coming through that want to do
No
it.
way.
No.
There's no glory there.
Yeah.
No.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
even our trade, it's dying.
Yeah.
I feel like there's no kids that want to do they want to do the cool stuff.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, be at the start line and go, oh, yeah, mad, we broke a record, or we did this, or we did that. Or
which is not
you
even
know.
1%
No,
of
you
the
gotta-
actual work.
That's right.
Yeah.
But I just, I don't know what way this industry is going to go. It's worrying.
Yeah.
But especially machinists, like, it's filthy. It's, it's not good for you either.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, definitely. And there's not much to be proud of.
Yeah.
From a young kid's point of view.
yeah, exactly.
From an old bloke's point of view, they love it,
Yeah,
they
definitely.
Yeah.
100%.
It's that's definitely true. But it's worth noting that people, even when we're like, let's just say say it takes 6 weeks, they're like, oh, what? Like what?
Just to machine a block.
Yeah, like no, the whole engine.
Yeah,
like
no.
6 weeks to get it back, and then we're going to build it. And
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like, fuck, that's massive.
Yeah.
It's like, oh.
Go buy a Camry.
Yeah. That's for a daily until we build it.
Yeah, like, I don't know. It's I really think there's a big hole in the game where if someone was actually passionate about machining,
Yes.
like I know 2 guys that just opened up and they're really good.
Yeah. And they're youngish,
Yeah,
which
and
which means we've probably got 20 years there.
yeah, like, and they're really good guys, and I
And
think
close to us.
yeah, I was just there.
Yeah.
I think they've got a big. They can fix a lot of things that we're all going through.
Yep.
And there's a real good opportunity for them there.
Yep.
They just need some young blokes to train up.
Yep.
For the next generation.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
Young blokes with the right mindset.
That's
to
and attention to detail and all that stuff.
Yeah.
You know,
But those guys have got old qualities too.
They do.
Right? Like
they do.
they're brought up old school. You talk to them, it feels
Yeah.
like you're in your era,
Yeah.
not talking to a new
Yeah.
idiot,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
On
Any
that
questions?
note, what's one piece of advice you'd give to anyone wanting to get into the industry?
Like we spoke about before, if you love this game and you want to do it, you got to start from nothing. You got to start from the bottom. You got to do all the shit stuff, sweep up, clean up, follow someone around, find someone who's willing to teach you and prove to them that you love what you're going to do and it's in you, you know?
Nothing to do
Don't-
with money.
Don't worry about money. Don't worry about any of that stuff,
Because there's none of it anyway.
No. It's, look, you get to a point.
Be a plumber if that's the case.
Yeah, well, yeah, apprentice wages by GDRs and build them. Like, it's not
Yeah.
bad. But that's what I got. I heard that, like I said to you before.
Yeah.
I heard that advice, and you know what? It's true.
Yeah. I
Just
think everyone can relate to that.
your own
in
time
this industry.
Yeah, sacrifice your own time because realistically, if that's what you want to do, then it's not a sacrifice at the end of the day because you're learning and you're getting into what you want.
Yeah.
And I think that's the biggest thing. Don't think you're going to start at the top.
Yeah.
And you just do it for the love of it.
I think every lesson in life we pay for,
Yeah.
whether we physically pay for it because it was a fuck up, stuff up, or we pay for uni
Yep.
to learn,
Yep.
to save the stuff up.
Yep.
That would cost us money,
Yep.
or pay TAFE.
Or just pay in time.
In time too.
In
yeah.
time is money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. That's what I mean.
So to think that, I guess these days, the apprentices and whatnot, like we would stay back
Yeah.
at work
Yeah, 100%.
and strip things that didn't need to be stripped because they're
Yeah.
going to scrap metal
Yep. Learn.
to, strip engines and stuff like that.
You
that,
can't-
That
you-
was what we did.
You can't there's no price. You can't put a price on that stuff.
Yeah.
Like that knowledge that you're going to gain, you can't buy it.
Yeah.
It's just your time. You've got to sacrifice it. But the problem is now everyone wants, they're so concerned about the money side of things. And I get it. I do get it. But that's not how you're going to
not how
get
you're gonna
somewhere
get
in this
somewhere.
game.
Yeah. I agree.
This
Yeah.
game's not like that. It's half the, like running a business and half the stuff you do on the car you still can't even charge for.
Correct.
Because I do things because I want to. The customer doesn't care.
Yeah.
Oh, but no, I'm going to go put this and change that. And, you build something I don't like, I'll throw it in the bin, start again. It's not the customer's problem. It's my problem.
100%.
Because I've got problems. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And but that's just the love.
Yes.
You love it so much. And
people wouldn't even get that. They'd
No.
still be listening to this going,
yeah,
hang on, did he just say that he does this as a full-time job, runs a business,
yeah,
and does things for free still?
yeah.
Because that's the reality of it.
Yeah, that
like
is the
we
reality.
look at it every day because
100%.
all our boys log hours
Yeah,
every
yeah.
job.
Yeah.
And we're like, no, like, don't worry about that 20
Yeah,
hours.
yeah.
Like charge the 40, but not
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
20 hours we can't charge.
Yeah.
We're not charging for that.
People don't
That's
get
because
it.
we wanted to do that.
Yeah, people don't get that part. They think they don't. Maybe they just don't want to believe it.
Yeah.
And they just see the bill and go, "Oh, he's making a killing." No,
Sure.
we're not, man.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
we work hard.
100%. Yeah, no, that's a good one. What's the next question?
We'll go through the ones online. We actually got quite a lot come through. I think all Dave's mates were
As long as they're for David, not me,
online.
it's all good.
online today.
Dave has a big following of friends.
It's not a good thing all the time.
Good support network, yeah. Oh, here we go. No, there are a couple good ones for you, Anth.
Okay.
Well, I'm not going to read all of them, but I'll try and filter. I don't know what this is, but I'm going to ask it anyway. Anth, have you built any G80s?
M3s.
I don't know. Is that what that is?
That's the new M3.
Yeah,
You know
the
the
new
one with the
M3.
ugly grill?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I like those ones.
Yeah. I don't mind them. Now, you know what? I hated them before.
Yeah.
But I actually saw one and drove one. I was like, you know what? Not bad.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, we just did an exhaust on one, or modified an exhaust on one.
Yeah, okay. Sick.
Yeah.
Opinion on best sounding exhaust manifold for RBs?
I really don't think it makes a difference, eh?
I was going to say,
Boost fixes that, right?
Yeah, people get so caught
And
up in
nitrous.
that. Oh, it's this manifold or that manifold. It doesn't.
Yeah.
They all 90% of them sound the same.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I asked because it said RB. I'm like, maybe
Yeah.
RB is different to
No.
every other engine in the world. No?
No.
Okay. Some of these I definitely can't ask.
Are they from a guy called Chris?
Oh, no, not yet. I'm not there yet.
Not that one.
Ask Dave to imitate the sound of his converter.
Oh no.
your converter has a sound.
I'll save everyone there.
What did
the
you say it
grief.
was before?
Sounds like a cow mooing.
Oh. Oh, is this like the oil pump sound or something?
No, when it's coming on boost.
Okay.
So when it comes on, auto turbo 400 GTRs, when they come on boost,
No,
do they just move?
No. No.
we can't hear him. Not from where we're sitting.
Yeah.
Shit. Is it true that Dave walked try my M33
Yeah, try that.
GTR twice in a row?
Yeah, it is definitely
Definitely
true.
true.
Okay,
He's
I thought
spent
so.
a whole lot of
That's
money.
his favourite question.
This is public.
That's his favourite question of the whole
It's
thing.
definitely true.
This is not much of a question, but I remember when Dave had a box full of neutrals. Lol, he finally is a man now and went auto. Do you know who that could be?
Yeah.
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 Okay.
The guy that drives an auto.
Yeah.
Funnily enough.
Is that the guy you beat 2 times in a row?
No.
No, it's another
No,
guy.
that's
Yeah.
a different one.
Anthony.
Yeah.
Someone, Alex Tzolis. Why didn't Anthony sell me his GTR years ago? Is there a story behind that?
Every time I see Alex, sell me a car, sell me a car, sell me a car. When are you going to sell me a car? And
Is that still to current?
Ask
Currently.
me a Cuda. Yeah. When are you going to sell it to me? I've known him since.
Play his bluff. I think he's building a house.
Yeah, he told me he's building a house. Yeah.
Play his bluff.
No.
It'll stop it.
That car, if I sold that car, my missus would kill me.
Yeah.
She would murder me.
George
She
tried to
found
buy
that
it
car.
once.
George. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he tried to buy it
George
off you
tried
once.
to buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah. When it was
Before
white.
the R8.
Your car or my car?
Your car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he looked at that grey one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Not for sale.
Not for sale.
Nope.
Has Dave found a helmet that fits his head yet?
Look, it's a real struggle, but I found one that does work when you pull the padding out. Yeah.
That sounds safe.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
going to say probably don't say that.
Super safe. David's all about safety. Yeah.
Safety first.
This one should be all right. Can you ask David what's the meaning behind the bitch please plates? Is there a story?
He likes the beach.
Yeah,
Beach,
pretty much.
beach, please.
It was just something that I had a mate who always used to say that every time, I don't know, something came up and he didn't believe it. So
Yeah.
yeah, it was just like, that'll be a good number plate.
It is good on plate.
Yeah.
I've
I'm
always
surprised I
loved
still have it.
it. True.
I guess it's you sort of just get now. It's like odd without it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ask Dave how did he lose to Nick at roll racing? Who do you reckon asked that?
I think I know. Well, we spoke about this before. It was a slipping converter, but that's all right. We'll race again.
This one,
I think Nick's here.
Is he?
Nick's car's here, right?
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
getting
his
a bigger
car's here,
turbo
yeah.
because of me.
Because he knew that you
Yeah.
got that converter to lock up a bit.
Yeah.
Right. I was wondering why he wanted a 300 shot. That's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Tell him he needs 4.
Yeah. I don't want the car back. Not straight away, anyway.
I don't know if this means anything to anybody, but it says rate me shots out of 10. No.
Rate what?
Rate me shots out of 10. I thought it might be an inside joke.
Inside joke?
No
No.
idea.
No.
Okay.
No.
Just illiterate.
Sorry, whoever
Just
that was.
illiterate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe if it's not English and making sense, we just won't.
Yeah. I thought there might be a story behind it, but obviously not.
Got absolutely no idea.
Yeah, no, that's I think that'll
That's
do
it?
for there. There's some other ones, but I'll show Dave later.
Are they all about me?
Are they all personal
Most
attacks?
of them.
Most of them.
Oh, God.
It's good to see. I guess it sort of shows the dynamic, right?
It's the community, yeah.
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 Dave's obviously actively social
Mm.
and outspoken
Yeah.
compared to Anthony.
Yeah.
Anthony maybe has less of an opinion publicly than what Dave.
Oh.
This is what I'm reading. I don't actually
Yeah.
know. I don't have social media.
I can't deal with it, man.
He doesn't
Can't
even
deal
like coming to events.
No.
A while ago, he didn't even want to come to events.
with it. I
He's
wouldn't
just
go
like,
rolls, nothing.
I don't wanna
Don't
deal
go to
with
the
it.
track.
Wow.
I just wanted to go to work,
Found my
build
partner
cars.
in crime.
I'm serious. Just wanted to build cars and go home. That's all I wanted to do.
Yeah.
Can't leave him on his
No,
own.
but if you had 10 customers that are like, hey, come down and
You
grab
have to.
coffee on a Friday night,
different story.
you'd be there.
Different
Yeah,
story. Well,
100%.
the difference is, so I'll go for a drive on the weekend with my wife and my daughters because they've got cars too.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So we cruise as a family.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very competitive.
Mm.
And sometimes that sort of turns you off and
Yeah, I just,
yeah, I get it.
I've never been one to compete with people for racing and things
Yeah.
like that. Like if we're going to go and race and you want to run a certain number, cool.
Yep.
But I'm not the guy to sit next to someone and do anything it takes to win. I don't care.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love building cars. I don't even like driving.
Yeah.
Like everyone comes to the shop, drive this, drive that. I'm not interested, man.
Yeah.
Get in the car, we'll go for a I'm not interested. I don't want to get in your car.
Yeah.
I do not want to drive your car. I don't want to race my car.
Yeah.
I want to build a car. I like
You like building
the
them.
build process, and I like to see the vision come,
Yeah.
the end of it, and get to the end of the journey, and then take your car, enjoy it. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
That's me. It's always been me.
Yeah.
They won't get in the car with me.
No, no.
And that's
I don't blame
not
you.
just Anthony.
Lots of people.
It's lots of people, man. That's not just the guy that doesn't get into cars
No.
or has no interest. No, I'm similar to that though. So maybe, yeah.
You I feel like you'll get worse.
It's downhill.
You're getting older.
How old are you now?
44.
I'll be there.
You'll be there, guaranteed.
At 44, I tell you where I won't be. Building cars.
Why? No.
Nah.
Nah, you'll still be building cars, but for yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
He'll go back to the Evo days with a H pattern.
I'm going to do some old Porsches.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. That's cool.
That's what I love.
I think people don't get the pressure that's involved when you're dealing with
Yeah, 100%.
30 to 60 cars at a time.
Oh, 100%.
Everything's multiplied.
Yeah. A guy rang me the other day, wants GDR, whatever, fit this stuff. Cool. Oh, then he rings me the next day. He said, when can I bring the car? I said, mate, next year. He says, what do you mean? I thought you could take it in on Saturday. I said, no. I'm booked out.
You wouldn't get caught dead saying that, so you know you didn't say it.
I've got 30 cars in the shop between my shop and next door, and there's 3 blokes.
Yeah.
How am I gonna? You want me to just squeeze your car? No, mate.
Yeah.
I'm not interested. See ya.
Yeah, it's crazy, eh? They don't get it.
Nah.
All right, so have you do you know my questions?
No.
You don't? Anthony? They're a bit weird. But they're all the same, so if you remember them, it might spark some I don't know. Just try to give your own answers. Don't think of other people's answers if you do remember these questions. I'm going to alternate. You got like 5 seconds to give me an answer.
Mm-hmm.
And so the first thing that comes to mind, just say it. I'll start with Anthony. What were you afraid of as a child?
I don't remember. Probably snakes or something silly or something like that.
Yeah. Did you grow up in the bush?
No.
No.
That's probably why I was scared of them.
Potentially. Who is your hero? Dave?
Probably my dad.
Yep.
Yeah. Just works hard and old school wog.
Still?
Yeah. Still
Yeah.
going, yeah. 67.
That's
God love
the
him.
plumbing as well,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And you work with him.
Yeah.
How's that?
So I currently don't work with him, but just for the reason of a bit butting heads and stuff.
Right.
But
But that would always be.
yeah,
right?
yeah. But it was when I was working with him more often. Yeah, it was difficult. But it's good. It's like rewarding as well because you
Yeah.
get to see him and stuff.
Yeah,
Even
that's-
though we worked on different jobs, but
Yeah.
yeah,
But dealing with it every day is good.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, Anth. What is your favourite body part?
My hands have to be my hands.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because they're the most useful.
Yeah.
Can't work without them.
Yeah.
Dave, if you're a fruit, what fruit would you be?
Watermelon.
Watermelon.
Yeah. Well, I'm already a watermelon. If you haven't realised, my head.
Probably the same size, yeah.
Yeah, it's about the same size.
I would have said more rock melon.
Really?
Just a big one.
It's a big
Yeah,
rock.
Yeah.
it's a big rock.
It's just
yeah.
too round to be a watermelon.
I got you speechless.
Huh?
I have that
Okay.
effect on people.
You do. What are you most looking forward to, Ant?
I don't know. It's that's a tough one. Like just building more cars.
Yep.
And I'm renovating the house now, so it's a bit I don't know. It's the cars or the house, one of the two.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But just I love projects and seeing the end of the project.
Yep.
That's my favourite thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. What is one thing you wish you enjoyed more?
Probably working.
3 litre with a 6466.
Yeah. go back in time.
Probably just working and making like building the car. I know it sounds weird, but going through different setups of the car. Now I'm happy with this setup, so I don't really want to change it. But like I do enjoy.
But you also feel like you're at the peak of like what can you do next?
yeah.
So you're not even thinking about the next stage now because it's
Yeah.
already sort of maxed.
Yeah.
Like,
Until he sees what Nick brings out.
well, then he's going to have to think of something.
He might have to
We
get
still
into
got
a V10.
nitrous to turn on.
Is it?
Yeah.
Haven't used that yet.
That's true.
billet block and more nitrous.
Yeah.
Hang
I
on,
might
weren't you
downsize
looking
the
at buying a
turbos.
billet block?
Yeah.
He's always been looking at buying a billet block.
Do you talk him out of this?
Stepping stones. It's all stepping stones.
Do you talk him out of this?
Me? No.
Hey.
It needs a billet.
It does.
That poor RD block, man. We're pushing Welsh plugs back in it all the time.
Yeah.
And there's no
Is
water
that due to
behind.
flexing?
Yeah, there's no
That's-
water behind those Welsh plugs.
Wow.
They're still coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, looks like you can get a billet block.
Yeah.
So you have got something to look forward to.
Yeah.
That's
I
good.
don't know if you call it looking forward to, but just
I think
spending
that's.
more
I
money.
think that's the build process, right? You always want to be doing something, tinkering.
yeah.
And, yeah. Oh, you just keep making money, and that'll keep happening.
Yeah.
It's a byproduct of your work.
Yeah.
Okay. What more money or happiness, Anthony?
That's tough, eh? Because I would not be able to do what I do without money and be happy.
Yes.
So, like, has to be money, doesn't
Yeah.
it?
I
Like,
guess.
we've got too much. Like, we're so privileged that everything that makes us happy costs money.
Yes.
Like, yeah,
Everyone looks at it
so
differently. People, I agree with that,
yeah,
but I guess that's looking at it as though you're trying to
Always make more.
allow to be
Yeah.
sort of create your own happiness.
Yeah,
But then
yeah, I get it.
I guess other people look at it and go, but if you are happy, because that was the other option, then you wouldn't
Yeah.
need money because you're already happy.
But would I be happy without my cars? And would I be happy without doing all these things that I love to do, which I can't do without money?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
See, I'd almost change the. I'd say happiness if it was me,
Yeah.
under the condition that what makes me happy is cars, so I need to have them.
Yeah.
I just don't want money. I just want my cars.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't want the money.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
want what the money can bring,
Correct. Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
That's tough. I don't think it's a fair question though.
No.
Like I know everyone asks that question, but I don't think you can't really
Yeah.
in today's, like, we're not 50, 100 years ago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even then, you'd still need money.
I guess it's like I also didn't say if you didn't have money and you were happy, you were living on the street homeless.
Yeah, see, that's
So it's like-
that's what I think in my mind.
That's how you think of
It's
it. Yeah.
I've got no money, $0. What am I going to have? I'm going to be living on the street. Yeah, I
Yeah.
may be happy,
Yeah.
but I'll be happier with my GDR and my WRX and my this
Much
and that.
happier.
And you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
But would you though? Because it was money or happiness, which means that you're not happy if you got money.
yeah, see,
I think
that's-
I've
I think
nutted it out.
Yeah.
You're
It's
onto
happiness.
something.
I think it is.
So does the happiness come without the money? So I can have all my cars, but I don't need the money to get them.
Maybe.
So everything's free.
I think
then it's definitely happiness.
I think regardless, if you're happy,
yeah.
then obviously you didn't need the cars anyway because you're happy. I think in our scenarios we need the cars to keep us happy.
Man, I've gone back to a 2000 model WRX because that's what makes me happy.
Yeah.
I've gone that far back.
Yeah. Yeah.
I need the money to buy the car and build it. And
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, lucky Dave's here.
Yeah. Money's falling out.
You keep supplying that cash, and then Anthony will be very happy. Okay, what is your last Google search, Dave? Was it our address?
Nah.
No, it was actually
He knows how to get
a
it.
tap. Yeah, I know.
Tap.
Yeah.
It's a plumber.
Rip it out.
Yeah.
Proof. Pornhub.
We're not talking about your
Male
Google
tapping
search.
die set.
There you go.
Look at it. It's not a tap,
Just
it's a
use-
toilet.
No, it's just kitchen.
like
Sorry,
tapware.
bathroom renovation stuff.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
No, very good.
Prepping up for my bathroom.
I'm impressed that you actually remember. You knew this question was coming, didn't you?
No, I just looked that up.
He was
when I
probably
was
doing
outside.
it while he was driving.
Just looking for something for a job. Yeah.
Yeah, wow. I couldn't tell you what mine was. Okay, what was your last impulse buy? Not a 2000 WRX.
The house.
House.
Yeah. We broke both cars at Kuta and then come back on the Friday night
Yeah.
and then went to an auction Saturday
Yeah.
because we missed out on the house we wanted to auction the
Right.
week, 2 weeks before. We'll just go have a look. It's out of our price range and then just, I don't know, got excited and you know what auctions are like.
So auctions do work.
Well, they worked on me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're happy with it?
Oh, I'm wrapped.
Yeah.
I didn't think we were going to buy that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was, like I said, out of our budget.
Yeah,
But
okay.
yeah, it's good.
That's good.
It worked out well. So
Congrats.
lucky
Congrats,
the boys.
yeah.
Thanks. Lucky the boys broke their cars.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I wouldn't have made it there.
Sorry, you can just
Fuck,
fix mine
why-
for free now.
Why is it when they break it costs us money? It's like shit. Okay, what motivates you the most, Dave?
Just success and working towards a goal and achieving that goal. Really, yeah.
Yeah.
Winning
As-
roll racing.
Oh, yeah, winning roll racing was nice. Didn't think I'd win it, but
Yeah.
winning roll racing was nice. But yeah, just being able to set a goal and actually achieve that goal. And I'm real hungry, so I like to achieve goals really fast.
Yeah.
Patience. I have a lot of patience, but not for achieving goals. I just want it as fast as possible.
You have a lot of patience, just not for long.
Yeah, yeah,
Makes sense. The same as me.
yeah.
Yeah.
When I want something, I just go and do it straight
Good.
away.
Yeah.
I'm not really a thinker. Like I won't think about something
I'm
for
definitely not.
2-3 weeks or something. I'll just think about it. I'll go, okay.
I don't know if
yeah,
that's why
done.
he. I think you said definitely not to him not being a thinker, but not the whole he thinks about it for 3 weeks. That's not what you were saying. He was not a thinker at all.
His question should have been impulse buy.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's the king of impulse buying.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
Back
there
to the
was-
Torrington,
Yeah.
right before it was being assembled.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I've done a lot of impulse stuff.
Yeah. I think that's good though. I think it's that is a personality trait. I guess it's let's get shit done.
It's typically backed by like ADD and
HD.
yeah.
The opportunity's not going to be there forever
No.
if you don't jump
Make
at it and
decision,
take
jump, go.
it. Yep,
Yeah.
What are you going to miss out on?
100%. My missus hates it because that usually involves a new car or like
Something to do with the car.
another new car or maybe something.
A new car even.
Yeah, pretty much.
But I think that personality is it shows everywhere. Like you go to the shops and you're like, no, grab it, do this, do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
But also doing things around the house. You might be like, no, I want to do this.
Yeah,
You do
Definitely,
it straight
yeah.
away. You don't have to think about it. You
Yeah.
don't procrastinate.
100%. Yeah.
So whereas people live their whole life procrastinating about everything and get absolutely nowhere.
Overanalyzing,
Yeah.
overthinking.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And get
Heaps.
absolutely nowhere.
If you
Yeah.
think about it for too long, someone else will do it.
Yeah.
And it'll be too late.
I think that's you need, like running a business, you have to have that mindset.
Mm.
And that comes naturally.
Yeah.
You can't train yourself to be that. You're either that person that doesn't mind taking risk, or you're like the guy or the person that's sort of overthinking it, overthink, keep thinking about why it's not going to work, and then talk yourself out of it,
100%.
and then you've missed out anyway. So, no, I think that's good.
Mm.
Yeah, awesome. So, when's the next event? Are you doing the Flying 500 thing? No.
When's that?
Doesn't have 2,000 horsepower apparently.
Is that how it has to?
Oh,
Is that how
no,
it works?
1,500 to 2,000 I think they said the rules were or something
Really?
like that. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
But no, his car needs a couple of things.
Yeah. It'll
Little
take some
block.
time off with the car and
Yeah.
yeah, the
Baby's due
baby's
When?
due in a month.
6 weeks.
Yeah,
4 weeks.
just over a month.
Yeah.
So
Just
yeah.
in time for time attack and all that.
Perfect.
Give Anth a break for a few months, maybe a couple.
Have you got a lot of cars that are entering? Like,
Well, time attack.
yeah,
We're
like
doing
show
one.
cars, like
Um,
race cars.
We're doing. So John, one of my workers, his
Yep.
Supra. We're running at time attack pro
Yep.
class car.
Yep.
And then got Liam from Tasmania, who's a race tech built car in Tassie.
Yeah.
So we crew for him as well.
Gotcha.
So we'll probably run both cars.
Yeah.
And then I think I've got one car in the show and shine or two cars or something,
Yep.
but nothing for us to do really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So be fairly relaxed, kind of.
Running two cars
Two
in pro
cars.
class.
Yeah.
I mean, sorry, in
But
open
you're
class.
crewing like it's full time?
If the thing breaks.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Sounds like your problem.
Oh, you're doing flying 500, aren't you?
Oh, I think customer cars are.
Oh.
There's not much we can do.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah, it's
The
not
brakes.
like you got to repair it overnight.
No.
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 That's one thing with our cars. If something breaks, it's typically something big.
Yeah.
It's not a. It's
To
At
not
do
that
a,
anything,
level,
it's
yeah.
2-3 days.
Yeah.
Like
90% of the time at the level, 1,000, 2,000, 1,500, whatever horsepower, it's
yeah,
very rarely something minor.
yeah,
I think the way we build cars now, all of us, it's technology's come so far
Yep.
that everything's very reliable now.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah,
Electronics are great.
yeah.
They're all reliable. All the sensors are really reliable now. The way we plumb things and wire things and build engines.
100%.
yeah, fabrication.
yeah,
plasma
yeah.
Compared
clamps.
to how it used to be.
No more silicon hoses
Yeah.
and that.
Yeah.
It's a lot better.
Yeah,
You know.
but shit still happens.
Yeah.
Look at Formula One, like it still happens, and their
Yeah.
budgets are
Non-existent.
yeah,
Basically.
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Mm.
that's
Yeah.
that's what I love to see when you see engine failures and stuff, and it's like
Yeah.
still mechanical.
Yeah.
Shit still happens,
Yep.
and they're watching it live.
Yeah.
So and we're not. We may not have
Spare
plugged into that.
castle.
How long
Yeah.
ago?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
It's
no,
good
very
fun.
good. We'll wrap it up.
Yeah, I think that's it. Thanks for coming, guys. Really appreciate it.
No,
it's
thank you.
good.
Thanks
Thanks
for
for having
having
us.
Awesome chat and awesome insight into what you do. It's it gives a bit of background and gets a little bit more personal.
Yeah.
For everybody to see.
Yeah.
Especially that again we all get along. It's
Yeah.
all part of the community,
Yeah,
part of the
100%.
hype.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's good to see, like, hear a bit of a background as well, because I didn't know how it started and how you got into it,
Yeah.
and all I knew was that you built GDRs flat out
Yeah, yeah.
every day.
Yeah. That's it.
But
That's the dream.
yeah,
That's the dream.
no, it's good.
Easy.
All right.
Very
Thank you.
good. Thanks,
Cool,
guys.
cool.